Welcome to another episode of ZG Weekly.
Steve, we're going right to Gibby's gut. Forget Tyrone's take.
That's out.
There was a lot of talk on Sunday about the Patriots score and what happened as it related to your prediction. Okay,
Let's check out what happened. You know what? That might seem like a lot of points. I like the Pats putting up more than 41. If we could put up 40 on Buffalo, how about 57-14 Patriots? You heard it here. Jacksonville's going down. 57-14 Brady. 4-0, baby. 4-0. If only Belichick was greedy, ran it up, we would have nailed it on the dot. Who picks a score like that?
Gibby's
gut does.
Gibby's gut fix that score. Without further ado, let's get into the college football lock of the week.
No Pats game this week. We're going straight to college. Two of the best Adidas schools going head-to-head. Arizona State, my boy Brian Grossman, taking on the UCLA Bruins. As much as we love you, Brian, we're going UCLA Bruins all day. Lock of the week, 34-17, Bruins in Los Angeles. Lock of the week. Lock it in right now.
Lock it in. Steve, because there's no Pats game, we're taking a different spin.
Yep.
We're not political analysts by any stretch of the imagination.
Yep.
However, we're going to talk Republican nomination. We're going to look into your crystal ball. Gibby's got Donald Trump or Ben Carson. Former neurosurgeon, by the way. Don't sleep on that.
I don't know what neurosurgeons are, but I do know casino gambling, AC. Donald Trump, Republican nominee all day. I mean, Trump, I don't know when this thing is, when it gets decided, but I'm going Trump all the way.
Trump in 2016 for the Republican
2016,
Party.
Republicans celebrate. Donald Trump's going to be your guy.
Lock it in?
Lock it in right now. Good code Donald. Parents, it's your time on ZG Weekly. I thought Kevin did a great job last week. Looking forward to seeing what you have today.
So, Steve, our parent initiative this week is how to utilize our Facebook page as it relates to tournaments.
Okay.
Number one way to utilize it, go to Zero Gravity Basketball. What you'll get is tournament logistics each week.
Perfect.
Tournament addresses to sites. Site directors with pictures.
I can't wait to see Matty Shockett's face on this thing.
Matty Shockett, solid side part. He's going to be looking fresh on that. So logistically, you need information, you're going to go to the Facebook page.
Perfect.
Very helpful tool to help people out as they're coming to our tournaments.
Right.
Number two, Steve, post-tournament, what can I get out of it? We're going to put photo albums of each tournament every week after our tournament so that people can go back, team supporters, players, coaches.
Let's get some fan shots.
Program
really cool
directors, so we can recap the memories that we make on a ZG weekend.
As you say, it's about the ZG experience, not just the tournament.
It's a ZG experience in the weekend, and we want to capture that in any way we can, and we want to help people going into the weekend in any way we can as well.
Can't wait to check that out next week. What a weekend last week at the ZG Fall Championship tip-offs. I mean, rivals BABC really impressed. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, all the winners. I really want to see who's going to be featured next week with champions. The Fall Brawl looks amazing. Check out ZG Report NER for full recaps of last week's tournament, and let's get ready for the Fall Brawl this week. A segment we are so excited to debut here on ZG Weekly is Interview of the Week. And what an interview we have in the first one. Program director, probably one of the most well-respected programs in the entire Northeast. We get Michael Crotty with the Middlesex Magic here live on set.
Yeah, Steve, with this segment each week, we want to go inside the minds of those that compete week in and week out on the grassroots circus, give our audience a chance to hear some great answers and get some insight onto what's going on week in and week out.
First question, well, go right into it. You know, Mike, tell me a little bit about what we expect this year and a little bit of history of your program.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me, first of all. It's great
Absolutely.
to be here. You know, we're entering our 23rd year of the program. My dad started the program, my late dad, you know, when I was a young player, 11, 12 years old. So to come up through the ranks and then start coaching with him and then take over, you know, has been, you know, really a big part of my life.
Sure.
And for this year with year 22, it's as big as it's been. We've expanded into the girls' side. Our boys program is 3rd through 11th and 12th grade, and now we have the Rhode Island Magic down in Rhode Island as well.
Right.
So we're really excited about sort of the direction of the program and carrying on my dad's legacy and the ideas of which he started the program.
Right. Now, Mike, if you can you give the audience an idea of what to expect in 15-16?
Sure. You know, I guess I would hope much of the same. You know, we have a lot of really, really quality kids in our program. We have a lot of quality families. I think there are a lot of great programs out there that preach that family attitude. I think it's something we have, and I think it's something that others have and strive to have, but it's something that it's just sort of built into who we are. Myself, the director, Larry Hurley, who's my cousin, is our co-director. Bill Boyles, the other director of the program, has been there 15 years. So in 15, 16, I think we'll have a lot of exciting young teams on the circuit. And I think we'll continue to have sort of that great niche of academic and athletic-minded players at the Division 1, 2, and 3 level when you get to high school.
Right. You know, I still think Middlesex Magic, the first time I ever was at a club tournament was really way back in the day. Belmont High School saw Mike working the ticket stand, his father run the show, and I said, wow, how cool is this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 games all going at the same time. It's really cool to see the whole thing go full circle, and it's appreciative. And for those who don't know, Mike Crotty Sr. was a legend. I mean, talk about a personality. He's the one person you ask someone, everyone has a story. This is really cool to see. And speaking of that, I mean, your program's history, Pat Collington, I mean, how about the things he's doing?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oh my God.
Yesterday was media day for him with the Portland Trailblazers coming out of Notre Dame with the great run they had to the Elite Eight. And again, couldn't be more proud of the kid he is. A tremendous athlete, basketball, NBA, baseball drafted MLB. But just an amazingly hardworking, loyal, honest kid who wants to fight the odds all the time. And it was great this spring and summer, working out with him every day, helping him get ready for draft workouts, and then eventually for the draft and afterwards for training camp. And to be able to spend time with him and watch him always adding to his game. Best winner, toughest kid, everything you could ever want in somebody. I think he'll have a great future.
He's got a fastball too, from what we hear too.
He can throw it good. He can throw a football really good. If he chose football, I think we might be seeing him on Sundays. He's pretty special.
Now, Mike, just piggybacking on that, what kind of impact does a player and a kid like that have for the kids that now are coming up in your program when they see that, when they see somebody in the Elite Eight, when they see somebody going through the draft process? What's the effect that has on the kids that we're going to see in the next 8 years?
Sure. Well, I think the biggest thing with Pat, and not just within our program or in our region, but now nationally, people see is the kind of person that he is. He averaged 13 points, close to 8 rebounds, the assists this year. The year before he was 14 points, but he played the 3 a little bit more. Now they asked him to rebound. He's just a winner and a kid that will do whatever it takes. If there's anything kids coming up through our program can take from Pat, you might not be able to jump 44 inches. You might not be able to shoot a three-pointer with his accuracy or make passes or rebound and have his toughness. But if you can do absolutely anything it takes to win, you can have a spot on a basketball team. And Pat has done that throughout his whole life. He managed to be one of the most talented people around as well, but he really doesn't care about the individual attention as much as he genuinely cares about his team winning. If that trickles through in any way to our players, which I think it will, they all know who he is, all the young kids. That would be the biggest thing because that's what he's all about.
That's great. Well, Steve, we're looking forward to
rapid fire segment.
We're
really excited about this.
We're gonna put Mike on the hot seat a little bit. Mike, in 5 words or less.
Okay.
We're gonna have to answer the next 5 questions, right?
Let's go right into it, Kev.
So we got it. So, Mike, hardest part of being a club director?
Satisfying everyone.
Greatest achievement as a player?
Winning the national championship, 2003.
Greatest achievement as a coach?
Helping kids get to college.
The #1 takeaway from your recent 19-day trip to Greece?
Count those days.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's for sure.
It was unbelievable seeing her family. More than 5 words. That was the best part of my trip, seeing her family.
She's going to like those extra 5.
No doubt about it.
She'll be watching.
No doubt about it.
And the last one, Steve, Mike, the 5 programs that in your tenure as a player and now as a director, 5 programs that are familiar to you that you've battled with the most week in and week out on the club circuit?
Oh, that's a good question. Since I was a kid, since I was 11 playing, I would say, BABC, now the Rivals. I used to play against Vin when it was the Wildcats. The Bay State Magic coming up through. The New England Storm, for sure. I've coached a lot against them. 4. Who would be
a lot more, but we got to go with 1.
In
the spirit of the segment, Steve.
Yeah. This is,
You're the Roomeister, not me.
I would say Mike Vaughn and his Mass Premier teams have been some of the most fun to coach against. He's a terrific coach. Love competing against them.
That's awesome.
And the great thing is, just like Mike said, we're looking forward to having Leo, Vin, and Rick Gorman coming up in the next few weeks. So it's really great to see those programs because those are our favorite programs too. And we're looking forward to being at Mass Premier this weekend.
Mike, thanks so much for coming on the program, and for those in the New England circuit, best of luck this weekend with the Mike Crotty Senior Memorial Tournament.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's great to be here.
And what an episode. It was great to have Mike on set, and we can't wait to see you next weekend for ZG Weekly.